I know that many of you are starting your new lives in Canada. Some of you came to Canada to work, some of you came to study. And today I wanted to share with you some unwritten rules in Canadian colleges and universities. So for those of you who are planning to study in Canada, this video might be very helpful. I've studied in Canada for 2 years and I've learned a lot of things while studying there, because all of these things you will never know before moving to Canada, because literally no one talks about them. But also, things in Canadian colleges and universities are super different from, let's say, my country. In Russia, the whole education process is structured super differently compared to a Canadian education system, not even the system, the process itself. And the first major difference is attendance. Attendance is very crucial for your studies because it is a part of your final mark. So in Canada you have 100%, and let's say 20% is your attendance. So in order to get those 20% out of your final mark, you will need to go to classes, to every single one of them, unless you have a doctor's note, and I think they allow you to miss like 2-3 classes per term, depending on the college, university, program. You know, it's all different in different institutions, but overall you cannot miss more than 3 classes. But it depends on the program as well, because I studied events and I studied multimedia. At events, the attendance was obligatory. In my multimedia program, no one cared. They were like, as long as you do your assignments, as long as you take your exams, we don't care. Because my second program, multimedia, was both for newbies and for pros. So for example, when we started learning about Photoshop or like pen tool in Illustrator, I was like, why would I go to those classes? Because I can literally use Photoshop and Illustrator. So I would be like staying in college, doing my other assignments, studying, reading, whatsoever, rather than going and listening to the information I already know. But again, they will tell you this on your day 1 of classes. They'll be like, if you miss classes, you're expelled.
Expelled.
So please, don't skip classes. The next rule is pretty simple. You should hand in your assignments on time, or you will lose points. As I've mentioned earlier, you have 100%, your total mark. And if you hand in your essay a few days later, minus 5 points. So don't forget that you have deadlines, that you are a student now. Missing points is not the biggest deal here. Your teacher can be just like, no, I don't take your assignment. It's too late, my friend. So please be aware of that. But here's a tip. If you're nice to your professor and never hand in your assignments late, you see what I'm talking about? The professor, the teacher can be like, okay, I can just, accept your essay or assignment. But please don't think if you're nice and like this worked once, it's gonna work like 10,000 times. No, sometimes things happen and teachers and professors, they understand that. So please be on time, hand in your assignments on time, and you'll be golden. Hey, I've noticed that only 34% of you watching are subscribed to my channel, meaning 66% are not subscribed. If you're enjoying this video so far, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. The scariest of all the rules I'm talking about is plagiarism, because you know why? You can get expelled if you copy someone else's work. Canadian colleges and universities are very strict about that, so please never take someone's work and like paste it in your work. There are services online where you can actually go and check your text for plagiarism, so use those, please. And please be extra careful when doing your research, because you'll be like, yeah, I just copied this one sentence, it's no big deal. But then your teacher be like, Miss Yulia, come here. I think you stole this piece of information from there. And you'll be like, oh well. And you'll get in trouble, my friend. Another unwritten rule in Canadian colleges and universities is that any kind of harassment, racism, is not okay. Even if you make a simple comment on someone else's appearance, or I don't know, like catcall someone, or I don't know, do anything, you can be reported to your professor, to your dean, to international office, and you can easily get expelled because of that. So please be respectful of your classmates, of people you meet in college, in university. Just be nice to everyone you meet, okay? Another rule that I actually learned the hard way is that you must ask for help, because you're literally paying tuition fees and teachers are there to help you, not to fail you. Again, as I've mentioned before, in Russia, all the teachers are like, I don't want you to succeed because I don't know why. I don't know, like Russian universities are just like, it's a whole different story. I don't know, they just like want to fail you. In Canada, teachers want you to succeed. They want to help you. If you have any questions, just stay after classes, come to your teacher and be like, hey, I'm not quite sure about this part, like, can you please give me some extra reading? Can you give me an extra assignment? For example, when I was learning French, it wasn't like in college, but still, I would come to my teacher and be like, hey, I don't quite understand this part. Can you please give me extra assignments so you can read and learn something new? Another unwritten rule that I've learned, I think, after graduation. Take your co-op semester. Even though they say it's optional and you have to pay for an extra semester, do it. Because, first of all, co-op semester can be paid, meaning you can work and get paid. Second of all, Canadian work experience. When they tell you you can come to Canada and you had some kind of previous experience, BS. If you don't have Canadian work experience, they don't care about you. So taking a co-op semester will not only give you this Canadian work experience, you will meet people, and then if you are a good worker, they might offer you a full-time position or even a part-time position, which is already amazing. So rather than looking for a job after graduation, you will have these connections and be like, hey guys, remember I did a co-op at your company? Do you have any openings? Or maybe the company, like the manager, be like, hey, your performance was outstanding. We would like to offer you, let's say, contract or like a part-time job. Yes, co-op costs money, but if I had this option, I would totally do it. In my program, we didn't have this option, but we have a volunteering placement. So I had to do like 120 or 140 hours of free work. But for me, it was amazing because on my resume, you can find like top organizations in Ottawa. Everyone's given me a recommendation letter, so if I were to look for a job as an event manager, my resume and my letters of reference would say everything. The next step would be to learn about grades, GPA, and final exams. I've prepared this video for you, so don't forget to watch it after this one, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!